How's it going, guys? So I wanted to make this video really quick because I do have to run some errands because I'm going camping this weekend. I might make a video about it. I may not make a video about it, but we'll see. But I'm going camping tomorrow, so I have to go run a few errands. But I want to jump in. I've already edited the POV footage from this video, but I want to kind of talk briefly and talk a little bit in the intro for this video. A few things came to mind when I was shooting the street photos and when I was editing this video that I sort of want to talk about, and that is about you're not always going to be taking your best photos. You know, with street photography and just photography in general, I always like to challenge myself to do new things, try new styles, new editing styles, new gear, new ways of shooting. I get inspiration, a ton of inspiration from Instagram and photography books and some of my favorite photographers, and there's a lot out there that I want to try to do. And so pretty much this photography session I shot on the 15 to 35 millimeter. In my previous video I made a review about this lens, but it's a new lens in my kit and I want to use it for street photography. And normally for street photography I'm a 50 millimeter, 85 millimeter, 35 millimeter shooter. You know, one of those three lenses, prime lenses, and for street photography purists, that's normally the focal ranges that they're in. But I really don't give a shit, and I wanted to try this wide lens out, and it was definitely a challenge, and it was definitely out of my comfort zone. And you know, sort of midway through this hour-long session, I was like, I haven't gotten a single image that I love or even liked. And then when I finished my session, I looked at my images, I was like, these are all mid. And there wasn't a single photo that I was like really like happy with. And so I was even debating on making this video, but I decided to kind of preface the video with this, and just to let you all know that if you're a photographer and you're learning and you're continuing to grow as a photographer, not every photography session is going to be your best session or a good session, and sometimes you're going to have bad ones, but you cannot be discouraged. That's sort of a part of this process. Same thing with training for a marathon or a powerlifting competition or whatever it is. There's going to be days that you're feeling really good. There's going to be days you're feeling really shitty. And at the end of it all, the goal is that when you're peaking and you're at your optimal performance, you're going to be doing your best because of all the challenges you had to overcome before that, right? So I think the same thing applies here with photography, and that's sort of a lesson that I learned, or a lesson that I was reminded of during this week with this photography session. So I just want to jump in and say that I also filmed this video instead of using the chest strap with my brother's GoPro Hero 7. I used this little GoPro Session, and I used the hot shoe mount on the top of the camera, and I liked it. The footage doesn't look as good. This only goes up to 1440, but I still think the video came out really, really nice. So I hope you enjoy the POV street photography footage. It definitely was an enjoyable day. It was a nice day. It was only about like an hour and a half long session. And after the POV footage, I am going to be talking about my favorite photo. I'm going to rate the photo. I'm going to critique the photo. And I'm going to show you the editing process and talk more about that at the end. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the video. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see y'all later. Peace out, guys. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that POV footage. I know I talked about it at the beginning of the video, but did not love the way these photos turned out. But this is, I've already edited all these photos. I just wanted to come in here and kind of show you my favorite one, and sort of show you or walk you through a little bit of the editing process. And this photo right here is my favorite one. It's not the greatest photo. I'll rate it a little bit later on. So this is the very original shot, super boring, you know, not much to it. And then I ended up, you know, correcting the lines and distortion and all of that, and then ended up cropping in. So then I ended up with this crop. Ended up using Evan Ramph's. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a photographer based in Atlanta, but he does a lot of street photography. And I have a set of presets from him. So I ended up using this Sunny Day 1 preset from Evan. And overall, I think it looked pretty good. For most of these photos, I ended up just using presets because if I'm not too crazy about a photo, I'll just use a preset and then adjust it from there. If there's a photo I really like and I want to get a specific look, then I will do that. But for this one, just slapped on the preset. And then, of course, with presets, no matter what people say, when you buy presets from them, presets are meant to be adjusted. He shoots on, I think, Leica. The colors he gets for his presets are going to be different for what I'm going to use on my Canon R6. Obviously, Leica colors are going to be very different from Canon colors. So ended up doing a lot of saturation shifts, and changing the perspective, changed the shadows, changed the highlights, and then I threw it into Photoshop. I cropped it a little bit more, just took away some stuff from the building, I believe. Like I took away this little guy up here, just to kind of clean up the image a little bit, cropped it even more, and then I ended up doing a color balance shift on Photoshop, which is a tool I've been using a lot more of lately. And then sort of when I got here, then I ended up using 3 masking tools. I ended up masking the sky out and just adding a little bit of this blue color to it right here on the right hand side, just to kind of make that blue, you know, look like it's a sky, because before it was sort of washed out. And then I ended up putting a mask on him just to highlight him and to expose him a little bit brighter. And I ended up doing another radiant filter just to kind of add a little bit of a vignette. Very subtle, but did make a difference. So just 3 filters, super simple. And overall, and that's pretty much the editing process. I didn't go into too much detail with this one, didn't take too much time at all. Really, the reason I like this one is this is a very common shot that I do. I like to show a sense of scale when I'm taking street photos, and I do that by using people and shooting them next to buildings. I don't even necessarily mean to do it, but it's just something that I always end up doing for some reason. But I do like the sense of scale of this one. I like sort of the framing. I mean, like they're in, I don't know. I wish he was, this, in my opinion, would look a little bit better. My only issue with it is this gets a little too messy, but I would rather have them on the thirds. But this doesn't look too bad either. I hate the crowd of people here. But what I do like about this image is I do like the colors. I like the red of the sign, the orangey red here, the blue against the blue, like the blue backdrop against the blue Miracle Theater thing here with the red. I think the colors do really pop in this. I like that he's wearing blue. Sort of just matches the entire scene. Even his like brown leather shoes kind of have a hint of red in them, so it sort of matches well with the rest of this. But again, still not that too crazy of an image. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this out of 10, which is something I'm gonna start doing from now on. And 1 being like a horrific photo, and then 10 being like the greatest photo I've ever taken. Like that would be like, this is a banger photo. I've never taken it. This is my favorite photo, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and rate this probably a 4. Definitely below average. But I hope you found this little segment useful or beneficial. That's gonna conclude the video. I know this video is kind of whatever. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to put out a video this week. I'm gonna go camping this weekend, and so I don't know if I'm gonna actually record anything while there. I may just actually take photos, but I'm definitely gonna be posting stories, and I'm definitely gonna be making reels when I'm there. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, I may not post a video next week, so there might be a little bit of a content drought, but I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.